Good morning, guys. Monday, February 5th. I'll recap you on how my first ultra marathon went. Ran my first 50K ultra marathon last weekend. I definitely want to let you know how that went, my thoughts and my opinions on it, and future race goals. Yeah, let's go hang out. My first ultra marathon, it was awesome. This one is kind of known for being one of the harder ones in the Southeast. Most all of the people in my life were very, very supportive. People that weren't trying to just, it's a really tough one. They're very strict on their cutoff times. Like, I don't know, for your first one. And when that happens, it makes you kind of doubt yourself. And, I even went all the way up until race day, like not really sure if I had the fitness. And looking back on it and just how fast I recovered from it, my training went perfectly and my training prepared me for that run so well. If I can do it, anybody can do it. You just have to make it a point to do your training. So I did not skip a single training run for the full 17 weeks that I trained. I gave myself an extra week. So my training program was technically 16 weeks, but I gave myself an extra week just in case I got sick or like the weather got weird, which it did. We ended up getting iced in for 5 days and I didn't get to go run for 5 days. That helped because I had already had all the runs that I needed to get in and training in cold weather in case it was really cold. It was not. The weather was actually so crazy. Of all the things I could have imagined at the end of January in Alabama, 58 degrees, thunderstorms was just not what I had planned. I had been training in really cold weather, thought it was gonna be icy or snowy, and it turned out it was just a torrential downpour for the first couple of hours of the run. The trails were so sloppy. Like, I have never run on trails that muddy in my life. Of all the things that I trained for, I did not train for my feet to be soaking wet underwater for 8 hours. I quickly realized that that feels like you're running with ankle weights. I knew my hips were just gonna be destroyed, but my ankles were really, really sore too, just from having to balance on the mud the whole time. But even with that, it was such a fun run. Like, it was just historical in the fact that it had never ever rained that much. They had never seen those kind of conditions before. I'll always be able to say, like, yeah, that was my first 50K. I was at that one, which was really cool. And just the people that I met out there were awesome. Like, not a single person was rude to me. Every single guy, every single girl, everyone out there was just absolutely lovely. Most people had run it before, so encouraging. They were like, this is not your average 50K. Like, you can do this one, you can do any of them. The last part of the trail run with a woman who's done it, this was her 24th time to complete this run, which I just thought was so amazing. And I had heard all the different weather conditions, and she said by far this was the wettest, muddiest run that they'd had ever in the history that she'd done it. And this was 30 years that they've been running it. A lot of waterfall crossings, creek crossings, like rushing water. I did hit like my low points like I knew I would at mile 15. All of a sudden you just get comfortable being uncomfortable and you come right back out of it. So that was really cool to experience. I felt like my nutrition couldn't have been more on point. It was fantastic. I never once got low. I'd been training with about 900 milliliters of water in my bladder the whole time. So I always ran with a pretty full bladder of water just for the weight training of it all. And that's what I did on race day. I put 700 milliliters in, so my pack felt a little bit lighter than it usually does. In total, my pack probably weighed about 15 pounds. Not necessary at all. I saw people out there with nothing. They just used the aid stations. I saw people out there with just a handheld. I just wanted to be overly prepared, and for me that helped a lot, and I didn't have to spend time at the aid stations, so I had everything on me. And then I had Logan and my parents there too to cheer me on at some of those aid stations, and Logan helped me just switch out bottles quickly. I do suggest if you have family members that are able to come to the aid stations throughout, like, it really helps. You're just not feeling it, just get that mood boost back again.
Come on, Amy.
Good job.
Come on. Good job. Good job. Amy.
I got super emotional as I crossed the finish line. You gave it everything I had there right at the end. I don't think I could have gone any faster. I really felt like it was important for me to do that 50K and to train and to do it by myself and to get back to like that meditative, just time alone training was really, really cool. And it kind of brought me back to like my younger self. It was a huge goal that I really wanted to achieve, and I wanted to say that I was an ultra runner and see if it was something that I wanted to do, and I absolutely can't wait to do another one. Like, that was the most fun. Couldn't have done it really without the support of my husband. He got up with me every morning during the weekdays and went and ran, so I didn't miss a single training run. He supported me through the whole thing. He was so encouraging. He didn't make me feel like I should doubt myself. He was like, when people tell you that it's a hard run, kind of doubting you, he's like, just tell them good. I'm glad it's tough. Like, I can't wait for the challenge. Also, my Trail Sisters training partners were just incredible. Like, I wouldn't have even been able to train like I did without, you know, the help of some of my Trail Sisters, let alone, you know, I wouldn't have even been able to find the courage to sign up. But because that's what we do in our community, we sign up for races, we do hard things. It's awesome just to have that community. And I don't know if I would have had the courage to sign up for a 50K without those girls. And it's just awesome. Not me getting emotional about it, but you know, they were putting my life at the perfect time, and I'm just so thankful that I'm a Trail Sisters leader and that I have really strong leaders with me, but not just the leaders, it's the whole group. You know, we have girls that run 200-mile marathons. It's just incredible what you can do and what the people in my own community do. Like, it's insane. It's the whole thing that Logan and I live, iron sharpens iron. Surround yourself with people that sharpen your blade, and the Trail Sisters has just been amazing for that. So I wish I would have gotten to film a little bit more of the journey, but it's always the next one. Now that I feel like I know a little bit more, I feel like I can speak on the topic better because I successfully did one. Now we're just gonna kind of build up some strength and then look at the calendar and see what runs are out there this year, and you know, loosely make a plan for what's next. Thank you so much for watching this. Hopefully this was fun hanging out with me. I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.